And then yeah, part of what I asked to her is because what I told her some recent experience that I have had with some people that I know, and how I keep on trying to connect with them and communicate, and somehow the more I try to communicate, the more I feel isolated and pushed away, or that because the thing is, if you don't communicate, yeah, for example, you don't communicate, you don't say how you feel, you don't say, you already assume that you're a bit, like, you can, it's very visible, your distance to the other people when you're just keeping everything to the self. So you already see that, because I'm not speaking, or yeah, because through the sight, and through the insights. Well, because yeah, I feel isolated because I'm not speaking, of course. But then if you actually attempt, I think it's worse when you actually attempt or try your best to connect or communicate, and then you still feel the you still feel that what is happening here, like, I'm already trying to, what is happening here? And then you feel more isolated because you actually tried. You just didn't assume it in your head. You actually tried. You went out of your fortress inside your head. You went out, you walked to reach the other person, and somehow you cannot. And then it feels more like, so I asked that to my mom, why is it that it seems like even if I try, uh, did I develop some kind of late stage autism or something? What is this? Like, I don't understand. I'm trying to, because I feel, you can feel it, if you can feel it when you're speaking with someone. For example, when you're speaking with someone, you can feel it, if you got through. If you got through, it's like watching the water being absorbed by the plant you're putting it on. It's like when you're watching the water being absorbed by the soil. You can feel it. The same thing with humans. But in my recent experience, I tried to speak, but it feels like there's a plastic on the path. The water is not going through the where it's supposed to go. It's not being, and I told this to my mother also, that I, I don't want them to agree with me. That's another. I don't want them to say that I am right, or I don't want them to agree always, or I don't want to say, yes, Dominic, you're right. Yes, like, no, that's not what I want. I just want to have this subtle sign that I was heard. Like, I want the subtle sign that what I said just reached the person that you are beneath your skin. But I cannot see the sign. It's frustrating. It's frustrating because I've already read how to communicate with people, how to this, how to, like, and I tried it. I tested it. I tried. And then I somehow find the things that work with me, the person that I am. But it's not always that you will find people that can really that can really listen. So I asked my mom that. I asked my mom, like, do you think I developed some kind of late stage autism? Am I did I turn into one of those people who cannot communicate or cannot function in the world, in the general sort of world, because they started specializing on something, deeply going into something that their ability to connect with the other people has been impaired or something. But then she enlightened me with, well, not a lot of people think thoroughly about things as thorough as you are. A lot of them, she said, a lot of them just look at what's presented to them today. They don't look at the future, or they don't look at the beyond or within. They just look at, oh, I have food today. Oh, today, this, then tomorrow, another. But you, she said, but you think deeply about things. And of course, it's not always that some people can understand where your mind decides to explore. Because your mind has walked through, have strayed far in many directions. She said, of course, some of these directions maybe some people have not gone through yet, or maybe not interested in going to. So of course maybe they will not understand you, but it doesn't mean that you've developed autism or something. And I told her, it's so nice that even if we are different, I told to my mom, even if we are different, you can still understand me. And she said, well, I'm your mother. I'm your mother. And I have seen you grow. I know what you're like. Of course I will understand. But then with the awareness of not of knowing, yeah, with the awareness of how different mothers can be through the stories of other people, not all mothers are as observant as her when it comes to the kids, or attentive even. So I'm really thankful that my mom is like that. Yeah, I'm really thankful that I can speak to her with with the questions that I have regarding my existence.